In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to price and package your remote training services. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what your price point should be, what offer you should make, how you should package it all together, and how to continue to make your customers more valuable to you. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoy the video. Peace. Okay, so let's jump right into it. This is how to price and package your remote training service. There are a few different ways that I think work best. It really depends on who you are, what you do, and really how good you are at your service, right? So here's just a quick overview, right? So there are three main ways that people can package their service, right? They can have a recurring subscription, they can have a package, or they can have like a challenge or a result, right? And at the end, I'm going to show you a little bit of a bonus and kind of what I think is best, and really the best way to honestly get guys results and make the most money out of each of the customers. Because at the end of the day, it's really about getting the best results. It's really about having the most impact. And it's kind of funny how the better you are at what you do, the more impact you can make, the more money you're going to make, right? They're directly correlated. So let's jump right into it. So right off the rip, the recurring subscription, right? This is probably my least favorite model, and I'm going to show you why. So let's say that the goal is to make $10,000 per month, right? You want to make 10K a month doing online training. Woohoo, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. If you have a recurring subscription at $250 per month, you are going to need to sell 10 new customers per month, right? And this is how the math shakes up. So let's say on average, your customer stays for 4 months. And if you're brand new and don't have anything keeping them around, good luck with that. But let's say you make $1,000 per customer, you sell 10 new customers per month. Your business will, after 4 months, cap out at $10,000 per month, right? Because if you think about it, you sell 10 new people, right? Maybe let me draw this out for you. Sell 10 new people, right? 10 new people month one. At $250, right? That's $2,500 a month. And those people are going to pay you 4 times. So those people are worth $10,000 total. And then the next month after that, you'll sell 10 more. And then the next month after that, you'll sell 10 more. And after that, you'll sell 10 more. And you can kind of see how that works, right? But you need to continue to sell 10 new people per month to be able to hit this 10K a month goal, right? If you don't get to that number, your revenue maybe won't show it that specific month, maybe it will, but it'll end up biting you in the long run, right? And this is assuming that a customer stays for 4 months, which means that you really don't have a service that's that sticky. And what I mean by sticky is people don't want to stay for that long, right? So this is probably my least favorite because you have to sell the most amount of people in your program, right? Let's go into the package. The package is a little bit better, and I've seen people have success with it. So like, let's say your goal is, again, 10K per month. You can sell an $800 package for 8 weeks, right? And the reason why this is going to convert better is because in this package, you can say like, okay, you get 8 lessons. You get 8 lessons. Okay. So for the $800 package, you get 8 lessons, 1 lesson a week, plus you have a program, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot easier to sell a package for a time frame than it is like an ongoing recurring subscription, right? Because usually when you can attach the package to some sort of outcome, you'll be able to understand X, Y, and Z at the end of these 8 weeks. So that's why it's $800, right? Because they can associate a time and a dollar amount to not only the program that you're offering them, but also the lessons that you're giving them as well, right? So that could be like a call or a virtual lesson or, a video breakdown or something like that, right? Let's say the average customer buys 2 packages, right? So we're going to keep it kind of congruent in terms of the length, right? So that would be 16 weeks. Now you're making $1,600 per customer. You only need to sell 6.25 new customers per month to make 10K a month as opposed to the 10, right? So you can see here how it's easier to make more money from this, right? But it's the same time frame that you're having, but because you're associating a definitive service and a definitive time frame, you're able to sell it for a higher ticket price, because in a very real way, it's perceived as more valuable to the customer, as opposed to just like, oh, just pay me every month if you want, right? It's kind of like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to pay them, but if after the first month, like I really don't see any results, I'm going to cancel, right? And so that's why I like the package, because you can sell it for a longer time frame. And the longer somebody stays with you, the better results they're going to get, right? That's just kind of the reality of training, right? If you're a trainer and you're watching this, you know that the people that have stayed with you the longest amount of time are the ones who get the best results. Always, 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 right? The people that stay with you for the longest amount of time are going to get the best results, because they're going to understand your training more. They're going to be able to actually stay on one path, right? If you're program hopping all around, you're probably not going to get very good results, which is why I don't like the recurring subscription. And unless you are like a big company with like, let's say like Tread Athletics, for example, right? They charge north of $500 a month for a 12-month contract, right? The reason they can do that is because they're huge and they have so many people and so much demand. But if you are one person trying to make 10K, you probably can't charge $500 a month unless you have a lot of demand and a huge audience, right? So I like the package because it makes a little bit more sense to somebody in their mind, right? You're giving a specific time frame with a specific dollar amount for the services that you're providing. It's easier for somebody to wrap their head around it, right? Number 3, the challenge or the result-based offer. And when you look at the numbers right here, it doesn't seem like the best option, because you make $500 for 4 weeks. Great. It's the highest, it's the highest amount of dollars for a specific time frame, right? So you're making $500 per customer. You need to sell 20 new customers a month to make 10K a month. And, you might be thinking, oh, well, that's like literally double what I have to make on a recurring subscription. Or, it's 3 times, it's 3 times what I got to do in order to be the same as the package, right? But here is why I like the challenge, right? So what you do is you run a front-end challenge, $500 for 4 weeks, where you sell an outcome, right? Let's say you are a speed trainer and you're saying, okay, I guarantee that in 4 weeks, you'll drop your 60 time by 0.2 or more, right? And if you're actually really good at what you do, then you'll be able to do this if you're targeting the right people, right? So the recurring subscription a lot of the time is, everybody can do this, or the packages, everybody can do this. Whereas the challenge is, if this is for one specific person who's between a 7.2, how do we undo that? A 7.2 and a 7.5, then I guarantee that I can help you drop 0.2 off your 60 or more in 4 weeks, just by doing this simple system, right? All you have to do is these 3 steps. So that is a much more compelling offer, which is why you can charge $500 up front for it. And then, let's say you get them to go from a 7.2 to a 7.0, right? Be like, right, well, it's a lot harder to go from a 7.0 to a 6.8, right? You're probably going to need a longer term program. It's probably going to take you 6 months, realistically, to consistently run a 6.8. You may run a 6.8 one day, but the next week you're going to run a 7.1 if you stop training with me, right? So that is why we quote unquote upsell them into a recurring subscription. But if you notice, we're actually charging half the price. We're charging half the price for the same time frame. Why is that? Because now we know we're going to make $1,800 total off this customer, off the recurring subscription, as opposed to, hoping that they sell or they stay with us month after month. Now they're already bought in because they've gotten a result. You've shown them exactly what they need to do in order to get to where they want to be. And they see that you can actually help them continue to get better because you have people in your recurring subscription that continue to get better, right? So now we're making $2,300 per customer after we upsell them into a cheaper monthly subscription, right? But now we know over the longevity of this, over 7 months, we're making $2,300 from this customer. We only need to sell 4.3 new customers per month. So if you're struggling to figure out what you need to do to price or what your offer needs to be, take some of these principles into account. If you're brand new, the best way to do it is to get people results as fast as possible and then promote those results, right? That's the best way to do it. You know, how you actually do that, if you want help implementing it, obviously you can book in a call with me. And the link for that will be in the description. You can obviously check out my Instagram for more content about how to get more people in your remote training program. But this is essentially, in my opinion, the best model, the best offer that people doing remote training can do. Because you're giving people what they want, which is a result, right? They don't want a coach, they don't want a program, they don't want a drill, right? They want to fucking get better, right? And this is how you do it. You take on very specific people and say, I can help you solve that problem. And then after you solve that problem for them, you say, hey, do you want more for cheaper? They say yes. Boom. Now we're making $2,300 per customer. We don't have to sell nearly as many people. We can focus way more of our time and energy on the people who are really, really bought in, who are already getting results, and who already think that what you do is great, right? So this sale is a lot easier than the front end sale. And if we make an offer that's super compelling up front, then we're going to get more people in the door who are our dream customers, who are between a 7.2 and a 7.5, trying to drop their 60 time by 0.2 or more. You're in high school, right? See how specific I'm being. That is how specific you need to be in your marketing. That's how specific you need to be in your offer. And that's how niche down you need to be if you actually want to get results starting from scratch. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want help with something like this, implementing it, setting up a website, getting your offer down, doing exactly what you need to do, what you need to say over the phone, how to structure your program, all that good jazz, then hit me up. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to figure it out on your own, go ahead. Good luck to you. I'm going to be posting a ton of free content, so you could probably figure out all this on your own, or you just come to me for help. But anyway, with that being said, hope you enjoy. Leave me a subscribe if you want. I feel like I should be saying that. Give me a comment, give me a follow on Instagram. And until next time, peace.